Middle school lunch, hot dog with chili, coleslaw, french fries, and baked beans. High school beef stew, chicken bites, pasta bar with chicken fajita or chicken parmesan, plus the sub line every day.
Have some more chicken, have some more pie.
That's your lunch menu, brought to you by First Franklin Financial.
The January clearance event is going on now at Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. Get up to $10,000 off new 2016 F-150s and up to $10,000 off 2017 Expeditions, plus 0% financing. Credit problems are no problem at Mike Birch. Our finance department is ready to put you in a new car for the new year. Remaining 2016 inventory has got to go now, so don't miss out on the savings. Come see him at Mike Birch Ford or 24/7 at MikeBirchFordBlackshear.com.
The January clearance event has started at Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. We're overstocked on new vehicles, huge savings, and top dollar for your trade. Right now, up to $10,000 off remaining 2016 F-150s, $10,000 off 2017 Expeditions, and 0% financing. Plus our free lifetime powertrain warranty on all new vehicles. Stop the search. Call Mike Birch, 912-449-4446 or 24/7 at MikeBirchFordBlackshear.com. 0% financing with approved credit. See dealer for details.
You know Harris Ace Hardware has everything you need for your building and home repair projects. But did you know Harris Ace Hardware carries a wide assortment of air filters for your home or office? They can even special order. Harris Ace is your hometown Yeti dealer. Plus they carry Coastal Damar and Calcutta sunglasses. And check with Harris Ace for all your painting needs. Harris Ace will not be beat on price and will match any competitor's price. The helpful place, Harris Ace Hardware in Jesup, Eulonia, and Hinesville. It's one-stop shopping for your home at Badcock Home Furniture More in Jesup. Badcock offers a full range of furniture, bedding, appliances, electronics, accessories, and floor coverings with the brand names you know and trust. Choose from a product line of more than 4,000 items. And when it comes to financing, Badcock makes it easy by offering you a plan that fits your budget. And be sure to ask about their 0% financing offer for up to 12 months. See Joe and Debbie Paris at Badcock Home Furniture and More, located on Macon Street and Walnut Street in downtown Jesup.
Seasons change. Quality of service doesn't. For 75 years, First Franklin Financial has been serving the financial needs of your friends and neighbors. You can always depend on the caring staff to be there when you need them. Drop by and see your friendly Franklin folks at 1074 North Macon Street or give them a call at 427-4237 or apply online at 1ffc.com. All loans are subject to our liberal credit policy and limitations, if any. First Franklin Financial Corporation, NMLSR number 141654. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Showing at the historic Strand Dinner Cinema in downtown Jesup, Hidden Figures. Showtimes for Friday at 6 and 8:30 p.m. Showtimes for Saturday and Sunday, 1 p.m., 3:30, 6 and 8:30 p.m. Showing at the Jesup Drive-In on Screen 1, Monster Truck at 7 p.m. and Why Him at 8:45. On Screen 2 at the Jesup Drive-In, Return to Xavier Hollander at 7 p.m. and Underworld Blood Wars at 9. Take in a movie this weekend at the Strand Theater in downtown Jesup or at the Jesup Drive-In on the Savannah Highway.
Local news on WIFO.
It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, it's been speculated for the past several weeks that former Georgia Governor Sonny Perdue would be selected by President-elect Trump to head the U.S. Agriculture Department. The announcement comes today from President-elect Trump as he has chosen 70-year-old former Georgia governor for the job, stating that Perdue impressed him with his years of experience in public office and also his work as a private citizen. Perdue will lead the Agriculture Department and becomes the second Georgian selected in Trump's cabinet after U.S. Representative Tom Price of Roswell was tapped as health secretary. Perdue becomes the president-elect's last cabinet selection before he's sworn into office this Friday at the inauguration. If confirmed, Perdue will oversee the $140 billion agency which dictates the nation's foreign policy, also oversees the food stamp program. Perdue's been tight-lipped about the drawn-out process, but he interviewed with Trump back on November 30th and enthusiastically sought the job. His one-time protege, Nick Ayers, played a key role in helping both Perdue and Price land cabinet posts. Now a top aide to Vice President Mike Pence on Trump's transition team, Ayers helped Governor Perdue on his 2002 campaign for governor. He's been a longtime aide to the former governor. Ayers is married to a cousin of Perdue and was a finalist to lead the Republican National Committee. Ayers says the two cabinet selections are a testament to the president's extraordinary decision-making and appreciation to the state of Georgia. Wayne County Board of Education meets in a call meeting today at 4:30 for the purpose of an executive session for the purpose of discussing a student tribunal appeal to the board. The student tribunal was held last week involving two students at the high school One student's parents have appealed that decision at the hearing to the Board of Education. That's the matter before them today at 4:30 at the Tech Center. Once again, it's an executive session item, but it's set for 4:30. The board can either uphold the ruling of the tribunal board or overturn the decision. Parents and student who appeal to the board, hoping that that board will overturn the decision, which was to put the student in alternative school. Student and his parents want him to remain at the high school. Again, the board makes that determination today at the hearing at 4:30. The Wayne County Chamber of Commerce having a business after hours today at 5 to 7 at Habanero's Mexican Restaurant at 1417 South 1st Street. Admission is free for members. Guests $10. Again, they state come join in the fun. Bring plenty of business cards. Register for door prizes and the 50-50 cash drawing. Again, it all takes place today between 5 and 7 at Habanero's Mexican Restaurant. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
Communication is the key when it comes to business, especially your financial business. That's why Altamaha Federal Credit Union makes communication a priority, making banking easier for you. AFCU has money to lend, and it's easy to apply online or with a quick phone call. Your local credit union with open lines of communication. Altamaha Federal Credit Union, Jesup, Scriven, and Ludowici. Visit altamaha.org. Equal housing lender, federally insured by NCUA.
Your hometown supermarket, Jesup Piggly Wiggly, saves you big time on your grocery bill. Check out these specials at your Jesup Piggly Wiggly. Bone-in loin or rib half pork loin chops, $1.58 a pound. Chicken drumsticks or thighs, a low 68 cents a pound. Sliced quarter loin pork chops, $1.48 a pound. And fresh chicken leg quarters, just 59 cents a pound. Other money-saving specials you'll get at your Jesup Piggly Wiggly. Blueberries, the 1-pint container, $2.99. Russet potatoes, get 2 5-pound bags for only $5. Collard greens, get 2 big bunches for $5. And red seedless grapes, $2.48 a pound. And for great, quick take-home meals, check out the super selection of meats, veggies, sides, desserts, and breads in Piggly Wiggly's Deli Bakery, helping make your life easier. For super savings, shop your hometown supermarket, Jesup Piggly Wiggly. Your Jesup Piggly Wiggly is located at 440 West Cherry Street, and your Jesup Piggly Wiggly is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Saturday, February 25th, Big Dog Country WIFO presents The John Conley Show. John Conley. Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College in Jesup.
I'm just a common man,
The John Conley Show. Tickets available locally at Sears, online at www.itickets.com, or by calling 800-965-9324. Don't miss John Conley, Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College in Jesup.
In the news, we've got more from the Tuesday Solid Waste Authority meeting in which the members of the Solid Waste Authority Board heard from both Attorney Laura Peel Roberts, whose legal opinion is that the Wayne County Commissioners should enforce the Wayne County Wetlands Protection Regulations Ordinance, as the transport and dumping of coal ash to our fragile wetlands environment would be in direct violation of the law it sets forth, according to Roberts. Roberts has presented her information to the County Commissioners and now to the Solid Waste Authority, which brought a response from Republic Services Area President Drew Eisenhower, who sent the following letter to the Commissioners and the Authority members dated January 16th, which states, and we quote the letter, Republic Services greatly values its relationship with Wayne County and the Wayne County community. We're aware of the January 5th letter from Roberts Tate Law Firm encouraging the Board of Commissioners to formally adopt legal positions asserted by the Roberts Tate firm on behalf of its client. The Robert Tate arguments speak for themselves, and we suspect they require no response due to their inconsistency with state and federal law and the contractual obligations of the county and the authority. Nonetheless, in an abundance of caution, we've asked Jones Cork Law Firm out of Macon to provide the Commissioners and the Solid Waste Authority with a summary response to Roberts Tate. On hand Tuesday at the Solid Waste Authority meeting was Attorney Bob Norman, who addressed the members Tuesday night. He wasted little time arguing his legal opinions that favor Republic's stance in this debate.
Before I get to that, though, there are several points that were made by Ms. Roberts that I'd like to respond to briefly. First of all, there are 2 contracts. There's an operations agreement between the authority and Republic. There's a host agreement between the authority and the county. But if you read those contracts, all of those are equally enforceable. Republic is expressly a third-party beneficiary, we call it in legal language, of the operations agreement and vice versa. So Republic does have the legal right to enforce either contract or both contracts. The provision that was referred to Mr. Patton is in both contracts, and I'll get to that in a minute, about complying with law, but not more stringent laws passed by the county. That's one point. The second point, and y'all talking about these inventory maps. Let me read, and I'm going to get to this further in a moment, but this ordinance was passed, and this is very important. This ordinance was passed pursuant to some state environmental planning criteria, one of which, Rule 391-3-16-.03 of the Department of Natural Resources rules, addresses criteria for wetlands protection. But it does not, and I'll read this to you in a minute, it does not create, in fact it prohibits, a separate local wetland permitting program like is being argued for by the Roberts Tate attorneys. It doesn't create the local permit, it's for land planning comprehensive plan purposes. And I'll get to that further in a moment. But what I want to point out about the inventory, the wetland inventory map that Ms. Roberts relied on, and I'm reading from your own ordinance, the county's own ordinance now, section 16-56, wetlands protection regulations. It's referring to, in this subsection B, referring to these maps. It says these maps portray generalized wetlands inventory areas, and these wetland inventory areas do not necessarily represent the boundaries of jurisdictional wetlands under the authority of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and cannot serve as a substitute for a jurisdictional wetland determination which is made by the Corps of Engineers, as you pointed out, cannot substitute for a jurisdictional wetland determination or a wetland delineation by that agency. The ordinance, if you look at the ordinance, goes on to discuss that if somebody wants a building permit to put a building and the site plan indicates it's in wetlands or may be in wetlands, then they have to go get a permit from the Corps of Engineers. And the Corps of Engineers issues those permits under Section 404 of the Clean Water Act. The state, Georgia EPD, is also involved in that process because they do what's called a state water quality certification, where they address water quality issues just at the time that's being argued about this project. Those are all addressed by the Corps of Engineers and the state of Georgia EPD. And that's what this ordinance contemplates. That if you want to put something in wetlands, jurisdictional one, if you think something may be in wetlands looking at these maps, then you go get a jurisdictional determination by a qualified wetland consultant, get it approved by the Corps, and then you got to go get a Section 404 permit. And only then will the county issue you a building permit to put a building in an area that contains jurisdictional wetlands, but now having been permitted by the federal and state agencies. That's how the ordinance works, not as a separate permitting requirement. And I'm going to repeat that in just a minute with a little more information.
And again, those comments of Attorney Bob Norman, representing Republic. Republic's response is 7 pages long, so we'll read the conclusion. It states, in closing, this rail facility project and associated delivery of non-hazardous solid waste by rail for disposal in the Broadhurst Environmental Landfill is expressly contemplated and authorized in the contractual agreements between Republic and Wayne County and the Solid Waste Management Authority under which the landfill operates. Those agreements expressly authorize Broadhurst Landfill to receive solid waste for disposal from Georgia and other states which are acceptable for disposal under the terms of the solid waste handling permit issued by the state of Georgia. In those agreements, both the county and the Solid Waste Authority commit not to take any action or sponsor any law, ordinance, regulation, restriction mandating any requirements for the development, operation, of closure of the facilities that conflict with or are more stringent than those required by federal state law. The intent of those provisions is not to preclude the county from requiring compliance with laws and regulations applicable to the Broadhurst landfill or the rail yard facility. Instead, as those terms plainly state, Wayne County and the Solid Waste Management Authority committed not to impose requirements that go beyond and conflict with those applicable federal and state laws and regulations. Any action by the County Commission, such as those requested by Roberts Tate Law Firm or by the Solid Waste Management Authority, if it were a party to or supported such action by the Commission, would constitute a violation and breach of those terms contained in their contractual agreements with Republic. For all the reasons stated herein, Republic respectfully request that the Commissioners reject and deny the position and request by the Roberts Tate Law Firm in its January 5th letter. Thank you for your consideration. Again, attorney Laura Peel Roberts disagrees with Norman's assessment, says she will respond to their letter, and she believes the county's ordinance is enforceable, and she's urging the commissioners to enforce the ordinance and send a letter to Republic stating that they intend to do just that. As of today, the county has taken no action, and like the Solid Waste Authority, seems to be sitting back and taking in all the information. As attorneys representing two totally different legal opinions on the same issue continue to go now back and forth like a ping pong ball. First a letter from Laura Peel Roberts, then a letter from Bob Norman, now another letter expected from Laura Peel Roberts. Again, WIFO fan will continue to follow the story as it develops, and we'll be back with some final news notes right after this word from our sponsor and other commercial messages.
Communication is the key when it comes to business, especially your financial business. That's why Altamaha Federal Credit Union makes communication a priority, making banking easier for you. AFCU has money to lend, and it's easy to apply online or with a quick phone call. Your local credit union with open lines of communication. Altamaha Federal Credit Union, Jesup, Scriven, and Ludowici. Visit altamaha.org. Equal housing lender, federally insured by NCUA.
Advance Healthcare Center on South 1st Street in Jesup is your one-stop health shop for most all your healthcare needs. They offer same-day appointments, and walk-ins are welcome for medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, and massage therapy care for immediate treatment and pain relief for injuries and illnesses of all conditions. Advance Healthcare specializes in the treatment of spinal and joint pains, headaches, neurological and muscle conditions, and family medical needs. Advance Healthcare accepts and files most major insurance plans, accepts motor vehicle and workman's comp cases, and they make self-pay plans affordable for everyone so you can get the care you need right away. Call or walk into Advance Healthcare Center on South 1st Street in Jesup or visit their website at ahc4health.com to explore the many ways they can quickly serve you. Advance Healthcare Center, serving the Wayne County area for over 27 years. Feel better today.
Morton Collision is located at 1320 West Pine Street in Jesup. Morton's offers free estimates, 23-hour towing, and they guarantee their work. Call 427-3769 or after hours 912-294-6140. The staff at Morton Collision Center works with all insurance companies. So for guaranteed work with a qualified staff, go to Morton Collision at 1320 West Pine Street in Jesup. Morton Collision, quality you can see.
Final no news again. Don't forget the first blood drive of the year is set for a week from today, Friday, January 27th at Wayne Memorial Hospital in Jesup. Again, they are taking appointments at this time. Red Cross urging the importance of this blood drive. They state the blood supply in this area is extremely low. Again, all blood types are needed. Appointments can be made by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS or visiting their website, redcrossblood.org, and entering Wayne Memorial Hospital when prompted. Walk-ins are also welcome next Friday. Again, those donating will be given a chance to win a $25 gift card as a show of appreciation, as just 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgensen, have a great day.
You've been listening to local news on WIFO.
This is Charles Huffman at Jesup Housing Outlet. If you haven't been to Jesup Housing Outlet lately, you're missing out on a large selection of new and exciting floor plans from the nation's top manufacturers like Clayton, Fleetwood, Scott Built, and Homes of Merit. All of our homes feature modern kitchens and appliances, R60 and higher insulation values, thermopane windows, and energy-efficient heat pumps. We have 2 locations to serve you, 2452 Savannah Highway in Jesup and Highway 301 South between I-16 and the bypass in Statesboro. Come see Charles, Faye, or Sherida today.
Good morning, everyone. Some folks waking up to a little patchy fog as we're getting up and out on this Thursday morning. Otherwise, to the afternoon, sunshine and highs in the low 70s. Tonight, we'll bring in a few spotty showers and about the same thing on Friday with a mix of clouds on Friday and a few scattered showers. Highs are going to be in the mid-70s. Now, the chance of showers and storms does get much better this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. Afternoon highs warm and sticky over the weekend in the mid-70s. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties for over 13 years. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the only nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our new administrative offices, located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, have opened recently as Phase 1 of our building project. Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912